Hello everyone, welcome back to another match reaction. Arsenal have just drawn 2-2 to Crystal Palace, and if it wasn't for the Champions League, a crap Premier League season for Arsenal, man. I think that's the 12th or the 13th draw for Arsenal this season, and my God, that summarizes the season. Draw FC, I'd call it draw FC, and another draw, man, another draw. I mean, today's game, to us, it doesn't mean much right now because we have the Premier League title race. But you just don't want to be dragged in. You don't. I really want Arsenal to win the rest of the games. I don't want to come third, fourth. I want to at least finish second. I know finishing second is looked down upon sometimes, and there's no difference between second and third. But come on, like you don't want to be dropping even more points, and finishing behind Manchester City, especially considering how bad their season is. But it's just been the history. It's just been the same story for Arsenal this season. Not being able to put a game away, sloppy at the back, sloppy defending, and today we just summarized it all. We get the first goal, and then by the way, Crystal Palace were taking off players. They were taking the likes of Eze, and of course, stupid mistake by William Saliba. What are you doing? Once again, another mistake by William Saliba. This is now the second mistake he made in a span of a very short time, and it's the same mistake he made against Real Madrid, where he's just not looking. I don't know why it is. Maybe it's just he thought something the player's gonna be there, but a very he could have avoided that mistake. But once again, loses the ball and Raya out of position. To be honest, I'm not gonna blame Raya too much on Odegaard. I think it's Saliba's fault. I don't know what he was doing there. Him losing the ball, they're very stupid, and of course Mateta gets the goal. But my God, man, it's just been the same story this season, and I think one thing for me I've taken from Arsenal this season, in the league, I think the focus for Arsenal is try not to lose instead of try to win. And I think that's been seen by the draws. There's so many times where I feel like we could pass it or we could drive with the ball, but we're always taking the safe options, always the same safe options, same patterns of play. The patterns of play is not an issue. Sometimes it becomes an issue, but it's just like it's so robotic. It's like we need someone to take a risk. We need someone to drive with the ball because and when someone does, that's how we get a chance or that's how we get a shot off. But it feels like it's two of the same thing we're seeing. It's like this right back, right wing, all the way to right back, centre back, left wing. It's the same pattern every time. And yeah, man, I don't know. Literally, it just feels like I'm seeing the same thing every match reaction, same patterns of same, just same sideways football. And I know we're in the Champions League. I know there's not much to fight for in the league, but still, you want to get the wins. You don't want to be dropping more points. 13 draws, 13 flipping draws. It's not good enough. Honestly, it's not good enough. And I think if it wasn't for the Champions League, it would be a lot more focused. But this season has been terrible. I know a lot of fans talk about PGMOL, blame refs and everything, which is true to an extent. But I mean, games like this, you can't blame the ref. You can't blame the ref for these type of performances, these type of results. This is on Arsenal. Arsenal not being clinical enough, not taking the chances, not creating enough chances, not putting the game to bed. I mean, your 5 minutes, it was our 85th minute. No pressure on you. What are you doing, Saliba? Kick it away. There was no reason for you to lose the ball there. And yeah, it just doesn't build more confidence. It doesn't give us any confidence leading up to the PSG game. Of course, one positive is Trossard, another goal today. To be honest, I don't think Trossard played that well. I think there were moments I think he was dropping in way too deep and we had no outlet. And at the same time, because he was so deep, it just meant that there was no one there. There was no target man or nothing. And to be honest, there were some moments where I was getting annoyed of how long he was actually holding the ball. He was holding on to the ball way too long sometimes. I don't know why he thought, if he thought name or something, but he was holding on to the ball for way too long at some points, slowing down the attack. But of course, he gets the goal. And that's the one thing about Trossard. He can finish. And chances that they can finish. It was a brilliant finish, by the way. If you look at the goal, brilliant striker's finish as well. Gets the ball. I think he slows it down or something, just hits it. Brilliant finish by Trossard, and he's on form, and he has to be on form because he will be starting against Real Madrid with Thomas Partey's suspension. Of course, it looks like Thomas Partey will be staying at Arsenal. We're going to make a video on Thomas Partey on a separate video. I think today he played decent. I don't think he played bad. I think he had some very sharp moments. But overall, man, it's just the same story. You're not good enough, not taking our chances, and doesn't bode well leading up to the PSG. I mean, today Crystal Palace gave us some issues, man. They caused us some trouble. And if you're defending like that against Crystal Palace, against PSG, you need to lock in. You cannot be making those mistakes against PSG because a better side will punish you. And not only will they punish you, with the way PSG hold the ball, we're not going to score. I mean, it's going to be, no, we're not going to score, but it's going to be very hard to get back into the game. But yeah, man, that's just my thoughts. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts were. For me, at the end, very sloppy. And yeah, thank you guys for watching.